Coming up next, it's a UFC Women's Flyweight Division matchup. Well, I'm not sure if she's a 3rd degree or a 4th degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. All I know is that you are in imminent danger every time she closes the distance.
Oh, the belt color hasn't changed, John, but they are just adding stripe after stripe after stripe. She's got so many stripes on her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt that it's unbelievable. And because of that ability to do Jiu-Jitsu at such a high level, it's almost like you're going into biology class whenever you go on the ground with her. Because as you're thinking, if I do step 1 to get to step 2, she's already on step 5.
Right.
She's working on the finish before you even understand that you're in danger. The quick strike ability in the jiu-jitsu is something not many people possess.
I cheated to pass my biology final in college. I wish there was a way to cheat in jiu-jitsu, but she doesn't need to. Big spot for her here tonight. Well, she's about as well-rounded as it gets, DC, and I know you didn't have the benefit of starting as a striker back in the day. First day she stepped in a gym, she was mixing all the different disciplines, and the results certainly speak to that commitment and dedication.
It shows. It shows in her ability to fight high-level competition right away. She does not need fights to build her up. She's prepared to fight the wrestler. She's prepared to fight the grappler. She's prepared to do a kickboxing match with the best kickboxer. Her life has prepared her for these moments. All the training, all the sessions, all the private sessions has made her ready to compete for a title right away.
Yeah, I would agree, and at least the early returns are that she looks comfortable and competent in every discipline and every martial arts situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Flyweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 11 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Brasilia, Distrito Federal, Brazil, VIVIANE "VIVI" Araujo! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 21 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, Jennifer Maia! And with the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean has drawn the assignment here.
Ready. Ready to fight?
All right, so here we go with round 1. You've got maybe the division's most well-rounded fighter taking on a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner of the highest order. You got a sprawling brawl tonight.
Yeah, you got a sprawling brawl. You got to keep this fight upright. She needs to make sure that she doesn't overextend on any punches and find herself on the ground grappling with this fantastic jiu-jitsu specialist. Nice looping punch.
All right, first round is underway. Many people expected a big storyline, and this one would be her jab. She's got a decided reach advantage here tonight.
She is very long. She is very tall. She is very knowledgeable. Look for her to circle on the outside. Pop, pop, pop. The jab, and then let the big right hand or the big left follow.
Consistently finding a home for that left punch.
Beautiful kick.
Oh, massive kick. Everything behind it. Oh, straight right.
More clinches.
She prevented the takedown beautifully and scrambles back to her feet.
Ooh, what a punch.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Oh, she's got the right hand going tonight, DC.
She's in a great flow, and she's throwing from her dominant side to land that great strike.
She lands a kick there. She might be the best. Now, oh, and a quick entry.
Great single entry. Rotates the high crotch, she's taking it for a while.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
90 seconds to go in round one. All right, she's got the full mount here, DC. It's hard for me to remember a time in which you were fully mounted in the UFC.
I have never been full mounted. I hope to never be full mounted. And this young lady now finds herself in this position. In this position, what's very key is that she cannot panic. She's got to go and attack the hips, create some space, shrimp off to a side, re-slide in that half guard so that then now she's a little bit safer. Once you're in half, take your underhook, get back to your feet, or fully recover, full guard.
All right, she's got her in the north-south position now, DC. If you're the bottom fighter, nothing advantageous about it.
It's not a good position to be in when you're in the bottom position. You gotta try to force some sort of improvement. You gotta force some sort of action that will allow you to return to your feet. It's very tough. It's very difficult. But if you're patient, there will be an out presented to you at some point.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, DC, the next round is underway. She landed a high number of total strikes in the previous round and figures to pick up where she left off.
She better pick up where she left off. She needs to keep the pressure high. Her opponent is already starting to slow down. You can see the damage starting to take effect as they get ready to begin this next round.
Well, she's able to connect on the punch there, DC, really making good use of her reach advantage.
Nice body kick. Oh, big punch lands.
Again, she chooses to clinch here.
If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, and try to find space.
Well, you know she's a master at cutting off the cage and controlling the center of the octagon nicely here.
She does a fantastic job of controlling the octagon. It is a very, very subtle skill that she has mastered over her time in boxing and now has used it in the UFC.
They're put all of her weight into it, and now this could be the beginning of the end for her opponent.
It seems like we are in the final act of a four-part play because this fight is about done.
Oh, she's got the full mount now, DC. Her ground and pound is fantastic, and maybe that'll open the door for a submission.
It will have to open the door because if she rushes, she'll fall off to the side. In the top position, especially in the full mount, you've got to be very, very patient. You cannot rush. Everything needs to matter because it won't take much. You're sitting on the person's chest or sitting on their hips, fully on top of them. It won't take many of the big ground strikes. Take your time, find your submission. She needs to do that. Punch, punch, punch. When her opponent gets desperate, latch onto an arm, go and attack that arm bar.
Under 2 minutes now to go. Looks like she's trying to set up a submission now.
Gotta be careful, arm bar. There it is.
And this might just be a matter of time. Job by her there to execute the submission. Clearly she had an opening and she closed the show pretty effectively there. That is one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. So there she is, your winner by way of submission. That's a finish they'll be talking about for some time. All right, here's Bruce Buffer now with
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
official
referee
decision.
Herb Dean is going to stop this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar, Jennifer.
Oh, there she is. A lot of people felt like this fight was destined to go the distance. She had other ideas.
She said that if this fight went to the ground, it did not matter how good her opponent is. She was going to submit her. She did exactly that. She feels like she's levels above the rest of the game in the ground.